Okay, today we're going to be learning about the Pythagoras Theorem. And in the last class, we discussed what are different types of triangles. Now we're going to learn how do we use those triangles and which rules are applied in those triangles. Okay, today we're going to learn the Pythagoras Theorem. Now, the Pythagoras Theorem is only used in one type of triangle. Okay, it is used only in right angled triangles. Right angle triangles. Now, if you first make it, let's say a right angle triangle over here. 90 degrees. Now, we have to keep one thing in mind. In a right angle triangle, we'll have three things. We'll have the base. Okay, yeah, just for general understanding, the base is the bottom part that's touching the ground. That's the base. Then we have our perpendicular. The side that is standing upright. And the last part is we have is our hypotenuse. Okay, these three sides are called these three titles. Now, where does the Pythagoras theorem come in? The Pythagoras theorem tells us that h squared, meaning the hypotenuse squared, is equal to b squared, the base squared, plus p squared, the perpendicular squared. This is our Pythagoras theorem. Now, so what does this mean? This means that if we take an example first, और दरवाजा बंद कर दो। So let's say we have a question like this, where we have one side that is 8, we have the other side that is x, and the last side is 6. Now, someone says find x. Okay, how do we find x? To find x, we're going to use our Pythagoras theorem. That means 8 squared. So in that case, h is x. So x squared is equal to b squared. So that's 6 squared plus p squared, that is 8. Okay, we also label them. So b is 6, p is 8, h is x. So 6 squared plus 8 squared. Now we add them. And remember, one thing we cannot do here, let me just write it down. We cannot cancel the squares just because they're on both sides. For this rule, you will say, "Sir, but the square is on the square is on all the terms over here." Yes, but you first have to have like one term over here and one term on the other side. Okay, that what that means is we'll first expand this and then we'll take the square root. Okay, so 6 squared, that's 36, plus 8 squared, that is 64. And now we add it, so x squared is equal to 100. Okay, now we can take the square root of this, that's going to remove this squared, and that's going to be 10. So on under root of 10, under root of 100 is 10. So we get our answer as 10. You could do centimeters, millimeters, whatever the question will give you. Now, let's say if we did it like this. The wrong way. Let's say we had x squared is equal to 6 squared plus 8 squared. We said, okay, let's just do this. Let's cancel this, and this. That means I have x is equal to 6 plus 8. And then I'm going to have x as 14. So you can see x 14 here and x is 10 over here. So whenever you get a question like this, you will first have to expand the two terms. So you have 6 squared plus 8 squared, that's 36 plus 64. You will then add it, that's 100, or subtract whatever you get the question as. Then you're going to take the square root and you're going to get 10 as the answer. But you cannot, remember, you cannot just remove the square in the beginning, because you can see that you got two different answers and this one is wrong and the 10 is correct. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's do another question over here. So this one, again, try to do these questions yourself first, then you can see me do them. Erase this first. Okay. Now, question number 2. Let's say I have this triangle. And this side is, let's say, 9. This side is, let's say, 6. And this side is x. But remember, x is not going to be over here. Like if we have our Pythagoras theorem, 8 squared equals b squared plus p squared, we cannot write x over here every time. We have to see what's our h, our hypotenuse, what's our base, and what's our perpendicular. And we apply the values accordingly. So over here, we're going to have h, and it always helps to just mark down what each value represents. So 9 represents our hypotenuse, 6 represents our base, and x is our p in our perpendicular. So now we apply the formula, 8 squared equals b squared plus p squared. So you have 9 squared is equal to 6 squared plus x squared. Okay, so now you expand this. 9 squared is 81, 6 squared is 36 plus x squared. You can take 36 on the other side, so it's going to become 81 minus 36 equals x squared. So it's 81 minus 36, you're going to get 45 is equal to x squared. You can take the square root on both sides. Do it on here, so square root of 45. That's going to give you 6.7. So x is equal to 6.7 as our answer. So I've written down 3 practice questions that you can do as homework. You can do them right now and send me the answer in the comments. I'll check them. I'll reply to you if they are correct or not. And as always, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll answer them as well, hopefully. Bye-bye. And And next class, we're going to now continue and do the next thing, that is sine, cos, tan. And I hope to see you in the next class.